Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, there's a very beautiful narration in the 88th chapter of 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is, Parīkṣit Mahārāja is asking questions to whom? Śukadeva Gosvāmī. So, towards the end of Dwapar Leela, Bhagavatam goes like 10th canto, describes about Mathura Leela, Vrindavan Leela, and Dwarka Leela. 10th canto has how many chapters? 90 chapters. So this is 88 chapters. That means it's one of the end of the 10th canto, one of the chapters towards the end of 10th canto. Parīkṣit Mahārāja asked a question to Śukadeva Gosvāmī, that Lord Śiva he's completely renounced. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't have a place to stay. He doesn't possess anything. He doesn't even possess clothes. Therefore he is Digambar. Like he is so renounced that he doesn't possess anything. Whereas his devotees are enjoying, generally we see, that Lord Shiva's devotees enjoy material prosperity. Whereas Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna owns everything. He is the husband of the goddess of fortune. But his devotees are poor. Shiva doesn't possess anything, but his devotees enjoy material prosperity. And Krishna owns everything, but his devotees don't enjoy so much material prosperity. What is the reason? Isn't it an interesting thing to know? So in response to that, Śukadeva Gosvāmī pointed out that Lord Śiva is the cause of material creation. Like you can see, what was the initial transformation in the material side? The first transformation is Kal, time. The Lord transformed himself into time. So that time is Lord Śiva, Mahakal. Here is Mahakal means what? Kal means time. And Mahakal means time in its greatest aspect. And then from comes the false ego. The false ego interacts with the three modes of material nature. And as a result of that, the material nature with 16 elements become manifest. So, because Lord Śiva is the controller of the ingredients of material nature, that's why Lord Shiva's followers get material benefits. I'll just read Lord Śiva, what Śukadeva Gosvāmī is saying. Lord Shiva manifests as false ego in three varieties, according to the three modes of nature. From this false ego arise the five physical elements and the other transformations of material nature, totaling 16. How are the 16? Five material elements, five senses, and five objects of the senses, and false ego, or rather mind. Mind. So these are 3 5s are 15 plus 1, 16. Of course, Sankhya stretches it even further. Sankhya considers five more considerations of 5 working senses. So 24. 20. Then mind, intelligence, false ego. Then Mahat Tattva. So 24 or 16. So the consideration is that this is a transformation of the material nature due to the interaction between the false ego and the three modes of material nature. So then he is pointing out, when a devotee of Lord Shiva worships his manifestation in any of these elements, the devotee obtains all sorts of corresponding enjoyable opulences. So when they worship Lord Shiva through these elements, the devotees obtain all sorts of corresponding enjoyable opulences. But Lord Hari, he has nothing to do with the material nature. Krishna, he is beyond material nature. Therefore, those who are devotees of Krishna, they have nothing to do with the material nature. Therefore, it appears that the devotees of Krishna are materially impoverished. Materially don't have anything. Yes, materially they don't have anything. Because their goal is beyond material nature. So in short, this is the answer of Śukadeva Gosvāmī to Parīkṣit Mahārāja. Is it clear? The question is, or rather the question was Parīkṣit Mahārāja's question. Lord Shiva doesn't possess anything himself. He is completely renounced. Whereas his devotees enjoy material prosperity. Whereas Krishna is the husband of the goddess of fortune. Lakshmi Devi ka pati hai, Lakshmi pati. But Krishna's devotees appear to be materially poverty-stricken. The reason has been explained this way. And then he pointed out that what is the difference between Krishna's devotees and Shiva's devotees? Shiva's devotees are two types. One, those who approach Shiva, Lord Shiva, to quickly satisfy him and get their desires fulfilled. Whatever they want, because Shiva can grant the boon. Three personalities can offer boons, benedictions. Viṣṇu, Brahma, and Shiva. Now out of these three, Lord Shiva grants the benedictions very quickly. Therefore he is Ashutosh. He is pleased very quickly. There is in one Puran, there is a description that one hunter was to shoot a bird, it released an arrow. The bird was sitting on a bale tree. And while the arrow was going towards the target, it cut a bale leaf, and Lord Shiva was under the bale tree, and it fell on its head. So Lord Shiva opened his eyes and he saw the hunter, and he asked, "So, tell me what you want." That is how quickly Lord Shiva becomes pleased. Just a little bale leaf with little water on his head, Lord Shiva is pleased. Therefore, another name of Lord Shiva is Ashutosh. Ashu means quickly, Tosh means Santosh, pleased. Lord Shiva becomes pleased very, very quickly. Therefore, materialistic people, those who want material benefit, material prosperity, material gains, they go to him for benediction. So there was a demon called Vrkasura. Vṛkāsura. So Vrkasura asked Narad Muni, out of Brahma, Viṣṇu and Shiva, who is the easiest one to please? So Narad said, Lord Shiva. So then Vrkasura went to Kedarnath, the place of Lord Shiva. And there he lit a fire, sacrificial fire. This sacrificial fire actually becomes the mouth of the personality to whom the sacrifices are offered. So what he did, he started to cut his flesh and started to offer in the fire. He thought that's the demoniac way of performing yajna. So he was cutting his flesh and offering in the fire. And in this way he did it for 7 days. He offered his flesh to the fire, indicating the mouth of Lord Shiva. And even after 7 days, Lord Shiva didn't appear. He decided to kill himself. Cut his head and offer the head to the fire. So at that time, Lord Shiva manifested himself from the sacrificial fire. And Lord Shiva asked him, why are you performing such severe austerity? Why are you doing this? Then he said, I want a boon from you. Oh, by the way, just by the touch of Lord Shiva, he regained his body. Although he has cut his flesh, just as soon as Lord Shiva touched him, he got he revived his body. So Lord Shiva then asked him, what do you want? He said, please give me the boon that on whosoever head I put my hand, he will immediately die. So that was his desire. May death come to whoever I touch upon the head with my hand. Whoever I touch his head with my hand, his head would crack in 1,000 pieces and he will die. So Lord Shiva thought it's a terrible boon. But at the same time, he felt obliged that I have given him my words, that whatever he wants, so I should not go back on my words. So Lord Shiva said, okay, tathastu, let it be. As soon as he got the boon, he said, let me try it. Who was there right in front of him? Lord Shiva. He said, let me touch your head. And Lord Shiva was in trouble, so he ran. And Vrkasura was chasing him. Lord Shiva went beyond the coverings of the universe, beyond Brahma Jyoti, and came to Vaikuntha and asked the Lord Narayan to save him. The Narayan asked what happened. He told him the whole episode. So he said, okay, I'll do something. So then Narayan appeared in front of Vrkasura as a young brahmachari. And he asked, "Oh, honorable demon, you look so tired. Why are you running so fast? What happened?" Then Vrkasura told him what happened. That Lord Shiva gave him a boon. After so much austerities, he performed, he got the boon. But when he tried to taste it, on his head, he ran away from there. So that's why he's trying to find out where he was to make sure that the boon he got was all right. It works. So now, the Lord has one very wonderful potency called Yogamaya. What does he do with this potency, Yogamaya? He can make anybody forget anything. Bewilders him. Just as we have seen, Brahma became bewildered, Indra became bewildered. So, when Vṛkāsura heard this young brahmachari speaking so sweetly, as if he has so much love and compassion for him, "Oh, you look so tired, you must take some rest." And so then Narayan told him that, "Look, it can't be true. Shiva can't give such a boon." The reason he gave is very beautiful. In a sweet voice, he addressed the demon. "My dear Vrika, please rest a while and tell us what you intend to do." Vrika was charmed by the Lord's words and revealed everything that had happened. The Lord says, ever since Lord Shiva was cast by Prajapati Daksha, he has become just like a carnivorous hobgoblin. So you shouldn't trust his word. Better to taste his benediction by putting your hand on your own head. So he said, that's not true. Shiva can't give such a benediction. Look what happened to him since Daksha cursed him. He lost all his potency. He doesn't have to give any boon. You see for yourself, put your hand on your head. So as soon as Vrika did that, his head split into 1,000 pieces and he left his body. So the point here is that these so-called worshippers of Lord Shiva are not Lord Shiva's devotees. Devotee means one who has love. Devotion means love. Now, if we love somebody, can we treat him like that? So they are not worshipping Lord Shiva out of their bhakti or out of love. They are doing business with him. He is the easiest way to get a benediction, so let us approach him. Their motive is completely selfish. Now, this is one type of worshippers, but there is another type of worshippers of Lord Shiva. Who are those worshippers of Lord Shiva? Who see him as the greatest of the Vaishnavas. Vaishnavanam Jatha Sambhu. They see Lord Shiva as a devotee of Krishna. Why Lord Shiva is so detached, so renounced? Because he is a devotee of Krishna, devotee of Shankarshan. Because he is a devotee of Shankarshan, he doesn't have any interest for material things. Although he is the husband of Jagadhatri, the mother of the entire world, entire creation, material nature herself. But he is not interested in anything material. Durga or Mahamaya is Annapurna. She is providing all the food to everybody. But Lord Shiva, with a begging bowl, he is begging. Isn't it paradoxical? Why? Because although Lord Shiva has all the opulences, he is not interested in that opulence. He is completely renounced because of his love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As I pointed out earlier, devotees of Krishna has nothing to do in this material nature. They have nothing to desire in this material nature. They don't have any inclination towards material things. Their attraction is spiritual. Their goal is spiritual. If you know that your house is in Ujjain, and if you go to some place for a visit, do you want to stay there for too long? What do you want to do? You want to come back home. काम के लिए जब कहीं जाते हैं, काम के लिए, भगवान का मंदिर में दर्शन के लिए नहीं. When you go to some place for some work, then what do? You finish your work and come back. Another example in that respect has been given. For how long do you stay in a toilet? To finish the business. And when you finish the business, what do? You take a bath and come out. Right? So in a way, this material nature is like a toilet. We are here to do some business, and when we finish the business, we leave this place and go back to our home. And where is our home? So when you are in toilet, do you decorate yourself with the objects of the toilets? No. So that is how a devotee of Krishna, who is completely absorbed in his spiritual consciousness, feels. So Lord Shiva is udasin. Lord Shiva is completely detached because of his attachment to Krishna. That's why he's Vaishnavanam Jatha Sambhu. So those who know that Lord Shiva is the greatest devotee, who are they? The devotees of Lord Krishna. And when they approach Lord Shiva, what do they want? What is an attitude of a devotee when he approaches an advanced devotee? What is his attitude? How can I serve you? So devotees approach Lord Shiva with this attitude, how can I serve you? And if at all they have anything to ask from him, what do they ask? Please give me Krishna Bhakti. Please allow me to develop my attachment to Krishna. Now tell me, between these two, who is a real devotee of Lord Shiva? The second one. In the first category, who fall? In first category. Ravan. He was a big worshipper of Lord Shiva. Vṛkāsura. Another big so-called devotee of Lord Shiva. But what is their attitude? They are simply worshipping Lord Shiva or trying to please Lord Shiva to get some quick benediction. And the attitude is, they get this benediction, they get power, to compete with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So now that we are in the land of Lord Śiva, Lord Śiva is, although he is very detached, but in this place, he is the Mahārāja. He is the king of this place. Mahakaleshwar is a very, Mahakal, Ujjain, Avanti is a very special place because Lord Śiva is present here as the ruler of this place. So now that we are in this place, what should we ask from Lord Śiva? Please give us Krishna Bhakti. When you go to Mahakal temple, what is our prayer? Please give me Krishna Bhakti. So thank you very much. I will probably come, I don't know whether I'll be back by 5:30, but I'll try to come back by 7:30 and do the kirtan. And tomorrow I'll give a class. Maybe tomorrow since I am giving short classes a few days only now, I'll give some sections like this. This class, how was the class? That selected a topic that was relevant? Huh? Okay, thank you. So tomorrow we will select some topic like that. Okay, there is some question from the internet, from Ankit Vora, United States. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Dandavat Pranam. It's not possible to empirically prove existence and non-existence of God, as Krishna is beyond logic and argument to prove his existence. We can, at the maximum, infer on the basis of order and systematic arrangements that God exists. But still we cannot prove. We can just infer. Then why do some people believe in God and some doesn't? I was asked this question by a follower of a famous atheist. Okay. Good question, Ankit. You see, an intelligent person will always consider the cause, why something happens in a certain way. For example, Newton saw that an apple falling. And what was his question? Why do all the apples fall? Why doesn't some apple go up? So what he wanted to find out the cause. So then he came across with the concept of gravitational pull. That there is a thing called gravity which makes everything come towards that. The center of gravity, everything is attracted to the center of gravity. So this is how we see an intelligent person wants to know why. So when you see this why, then you come to a point when you realize that you don't really have the answer. Then when you don't have the answer, what is the natural intelligent thing to do? To find out somebody who has the answer. And if you are fortunate, then you come across that person who has the answer. And then you accept his answers. That is the intelligent thing to do. On the other hand, if you are stubborn and if you say, well, I'm not going to ask anybody, I'll find out myself. Is it a very intelligent proposal? Like you come to say someone goes to New York City. He goes there and he has an address. 35 Shemahon Street. Now what should he do? Is it possible for him to find out where is Shemahon Street himself? He'll be roaming around New York City all the time. But what an intelligent person do? He lands in the airport, goes to a taxi, asks him, do you know where is Shemahon Street? If the taxi driver says that no, I don't, then what will he do? Go to another taxi driver. Do you know Shemahon Street? And he will get onto the taxi and the taxi driver will take him. Right? So similarly, in the material nature, at some point we come across a thing where we realize that we don't have the answer. Like just consider a simple thing like a small little seed falls on the ground and a tree comes out. It grows. And then in the tree grows fruits. And inside the fruits there are seeds. In the seeds there are trees. In those trees there are innumerable fruits with innumerable seeds. Now if one questions, how is it happening? Can he have an answer? Can you have an answer? Okay, then he sees that someone is, all of a sudden, he stops functioning. He becomes dead. Does he have an answer? Why it happened? The person who were functioning so nicely for 75 years, then all of a sudden he is dead. All his activities stopped. Why it happened? Can he find the answer? Then if he is intelligent, what should he do? Isn't it natural that he'll ask somebody, can you please tell me why this happens? Maybe most of the people don't have the answer, but if somebody who knows, then what will he say? He will say, because his soul has left. And he'll give him all the informations about the soul. He will tell him that there is another reality where the soul came from. And then he will explain that in that reality there is a Supreme Personality who is controlling everything. Therefore, those who are intelligent, they will follow this course and get the proper answer. And those who are stupid, they'll just keep on going and going and going in cycles and will never get any answer. And they will claim, I am an atheist. They're saying they're atheists, but we know that they're the fools. You are an atheist means you are the greatest fool. That is your identity. Whether you like to hear it or not, that is your identity. Okay, Ankit, you can go and tell that person, if you can't remember, in Mayapur TV or Mayapur TV, you can get the recording and you can play it for him. And if he wants, tell him that I am ready to speak to him. When I'm going to America on 1st of May, and he can come and speak to me. This is from Pavan Bajaj, from Gurgaon. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Dandavat Pranam. Later Krishna told Shiva is my Swami. Why? Pavan, where did you get that? Krishna told Shiva is his Swami? Maybe you are talking about Rameshwaram.
Yeah. So he writes later on text number 38 and 39.
Okay.
On what is it? My bad. 38 and 39.
Okay, so this is in relation to this point. The Supreme Personality of Godhead then addressed Lord Girisha, who was now out of danger. Just see, O Mahadev, my Lord, how this wicked man has been killed by his own sinful reactions. Indeed, what living being can hope for good fortune if he offends exalted saints? What to speak of offending the Lord and spiritual master of the universe? Yeah. Now, okay, the question is, although Narayan is speaking like that, but from the action, what has been proven? When Lord Śiva was in danger, who came and saved him? So who is the master? But sometimes the master, in order to please, in order to pacify the subordinate from his embarrassing situation, can console him like that. Don't worry, Shiva. I know how embarrassed you are feeling. But you are the Lord of the universe. Don't worry. But what is Lord Shiva's reaction? This has been described very nicely in Brihad Bhagavatam. Lord Shiva, when Narad told him that he was the greatest devotee, Lord Shiva's response was, why are you embarrassing me like this? Now, what I do is not serve him. I cannot create disturbance to him by giving all this benediction to the demons. And then the demons cause so much difficulties that he has to come and rectify the situation. You got it, Pavan? This is Lord Shiva is just, Narayan is simply pacifying Lord Shiva in this way. This is Giriraj Das, also from Gurgaon. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. I was listening to your lecture on Madhurya Kadambini, and during the lecture you mentioned that severe austerities make our heart hard. Can you please explain it in little more detail? I wrongly assume that the more severe the austerities, the better it would be for our devotional service. Okay. Okay, Giriraj. What actually makes the heart hard? Do you know what makes the heart hard? What is the factor that makes the heart hard? False ego. Often, when we perform very severe austerities, our false ego becomes inflated. And that is what causes the heart to become hard. But what is actually needed, what we need, like to make our heart soft. What makes our heart soft? Love makes our heart soft. Love for Krishna makes our heart soft. So that's why if there are two ways, two possibilities, severe austerities or devotional service out of love. Out of these two, which one is more desirable? Which one is desirable? An example can be given. A master has two servants. One servant, he doesn't eat, he doesn't sleep, he just sits at one place but doesn't render any service. And there is another servant, he eats a lot and he sleeps when he is tired, but he renders very nice service to the master. So out of these two persons, who is more dear to the master? The one who doesn't eat and sleep? No. The master doesn't care how much you are eating. He has so much. But he is concerned about your service to him. Therefore, whoever is rendering the service will please the Lord. Even if he eats like an elephant and he sleeps like a bear. Okay, last question. Oh, anyway. Okay, no more question. This is Kalyan from San Jose, California. What's the time now? Oh, it's not that late in California. It's about 7 o'clock. Shatakoti Dandavat Pranam Maharaj. I have heard somewhere that who are true worshippers of Lord Shiva, they attain Shiva Loka after death. And from there also he doesn't have to take birth. Does anybody who attains Shiva Loka can worship Lord Viṣṇu there and go to Vaikuntha Loka as well? Yeah, you see, those who are thinking that Lord Shiva is the ultimate object of worship, yes, they will go to Shiva Loka. But those who worship Lord Shiva as Vaishnava Nam Jatha Sambhu, then they will go to Krishna Loka. And Vinod Kumar from Dubai. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Maharaj, why is son and father resemble when soul doesn't have any relation? Okay, very nice question, Vinod. Why the father and son resemble? Their nature, their appearance, their qualities also sometimes are similar. Although his question is, although the souls are different, why there is similarity? That is because of their karma. Similarity of karma brought one soul to take birth to a parent, appropriate parent. Because their similarity of their karmic reaction. That's why their nature and their appearance sometimes is similar. Thank you all very much. Now I have to go. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande Hare.